Hi there. I want to welcome you to this channel, and I want to thank you for following and watching the videos and making recommendations and also sharing these videos to other platforms. I want to welcome you to this channel today and also invite you or request you to always tell people about the channel, share links, and also recommend this channel as a source of business information. Today we are going to look at yet another very interesting topic, and that is something that's always around our small businesses, something that's always around our organization, something that's always around our shops, that is managing competition. Someone may even ask, who is a competitor in the business sense? I would define a competitor as an organization, as a business, as a shop, as any service provider that provides something similar to what you do or targeting the same consumers or customers. I'll give you an example. If you have a retail shop, a business that most of you are fond of, and there's a retail shop at the other corner or in the neighborhood, that one becomes your competitor. Why? Because he provides same or similar services. I'm using those words same or similar because sometimes someone may provide the same product. You have a retail shop, he has a retail shop. Whatever you have here is what he has the other side. So he's providing same products or same service. Yet they can be similar. For example, you may be selling water here, then the other person sells passion fruit. They are not the same products, but they provide a similar benefit. So one can opt for the other. If he doesn't buy from you, he can go to the other shop and not necessarily get the same product, but can get something similar. So that's a competition. Now, in many instances, this has become every business's nightmare, where we worry about competition, where we fail to sleep because of the competition. But sometimes businesses have outcompeted others, and at the end of the day, you realize that one actually closes the business. So we are basically going to look at strategies on how we can live with competition. Now, let me note this, that competitors are a problem. We'll look at them broadly, but competitors are a problem that you can that is out of your control. Unless you're a monopoly, you produce a service or a good that nobody can provide. There are few. The Umeme, for example, is a unique service provider of electricity. However, they also have indirect competitors. For example, solar companies provide something that can work in place of electricity. They are also competitors. So many times competition is something that we have to live with. So how do we live? If we are to do business, we must live with competition. So there is no way you can say that I'll live without competition. So the solution is designing strategies on how you can live with the competition and then enable your business to flourish. So we will also talk about, someone can even ask, what are the different types of competitors? Now, basically, in business, there are three different types of competitors. We have direct competitors, we have indirect competitors, and we also have replacement competitors. And I will explain and give examples for our understanding. Then after that, you can now you can now get a better understanding of the people around you. Are they direct competitors? Are they indirect competitors? Are they replacement competitors? And as we'll see, you design a strategy on how to manage each one of them so that they live on the other side, but your business is also able to grow and flourish. Let's look at the direct competitors. Now, like I said earlier in the introduction, direct competitors, these are businesses, these are service providers that provide the same products or services like that you have in your business, and they also target the same customers as your business does. I give an example. If you have a retail shop, if you sell drinks, if you sell chicken, if you have a stall somewhere, and then on the other side there is someone who also does the same thing. He has a stall, he has a retail shop, he has a wholesale shop. Now that is a direct competitor, because the services and the goods that he provides, that you provide, are the same as those that he provides. So he provides a direct competition. He's a direct competitor. Now, that is usually the biggest worry when we are dealing with business. And when you realize most of the businesses are faced with direct competition. I have given examples of people at NASA Road who deal in printing. You find almost 100 shops either selling stationery or doing the printing service. If you go into the taxi business, if you go into the transport, okay, basically let me define it as the transport business. You find company XYY coaches with buses. Then you find another company Y that is Gateway buses, Gateway bus service, also providing transport using buses. So that is direct competition. So that is one type of competitors. Then the next type of competitors are the indirect competitors. One may ask, who are indirect competitors? Now, indirect competitors, these are companies, these are organizations, these are businesses that may sell the same or similar product and service as your business, but it may not be the primary revenue source or not the main focus of the business. Let me give you an example. You may be dealing in mobile money business. Then the other person, okay, let me give you an example of a mobile service agent. You may be a mobile service agent, and that is your core job. You have a kiosk somewhere, and that's where you're working from. Then in the neighborhood, there may be a retail shop selling all those goods that are found in a retail shop. But on the side, they may also have a mobile money service business as well. Or let me give you an example. If you have a retail shop with the refrigerator, you sell drinks, you also sell the other products. Then in the neighborhood, there may be a single individual who has a refrigerator selling only drinks. Now, for you, your focus is on the drinks, but that is not your main. Your main are the other goods that are in your retail shop. But the other person only focuses on drinks. So both of you are indirect competitors, because the other person does not mainly focus on what you do. What he sells, what you do is just part of what he does. So he becomes a competitor because he provides an alternative to the customers. If they don't come to your shop, they can go to the other shop, despite the fact that it may not be his sole trade, his sole dealing in terms of business. So that is an indirect competitor. Then the last type of competitors, these are called replacement competitors. Now one will ask, who are replacement competitors in the business sense? Now, replacement competitors, they may offer services or products which are different or similar to yours, but that fill the same niche or solve the same problem as yours. Let me give you an example, and note that replacement competitors can pose the largest threat and can also seem to be largely invisible, but yet they have an impact. The change may not specifically be in form of what you see, but they provide the competition. I'll give you an example. You may be selling sodas, basically. Then on the other side, someone sells passion juice. Now, sodas and passion juice are not necessarily the same products. But if somebody doesn't find a soda here, they can go on the other side and take passion juice. Why? Because when someone comes to you, he has a problem, and that problem is thirst. If you say, I don't have soda, he runs to the other side. What do you have? I have juice. He says, okay, let me take juice and soda. After all, I want to quench my thirst. So replacement competitors do not at all provide the same types of goods or services, but they provide a good or service that can solve the client's problem. So now it's up to you at this point to identify where do you fall. Are your competitors direct competitors? Are your competitors replacement competitors? Or are your competitors indirect competitors? Now, if you define them, then it becomes very easy for you to design a strategy on how to equally or even outcompete those competitors. So that's going to be our first step. We've defined who a competitor is, then we know the different types of competitors. I have even given examples. So define where you fall. Then in the next part 2, we are now going to look at strategies on how you can beat the competition after you've very well defined the type of competition. Let's meet in part 2. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following this channel. Let's subscribe. Let's recommend it. Let's ensure that we share with others what we've learned. Thank you very much.